Hey, what's up, you beautiful people, and happy Jank Day. It's your boy 3 Stacks representing Team King of Games, of course, and we're going to go over my Jank deck for today. We played our little Jank matchup, and it was a Perry Knight's Turbo against this Orbital Hydrolander Fiend Turbo. I basically just made a Fiend deck, and I wanted to run Orbital because I like him. He's just a really powerful card. I've been wanting to make a deck with him that wasn't Burning Abyss or Lightsworns. Because those decks are already meta, and I just wanted to make him, you know, into like his own kind of deck, but then it ended up becoming something else by accident, and that's the thing with Jank. You know, it's really creative, it's fun. We actually have our own ban list, like Ash is banned, all the really strong cards are banned, and what we wanted to do is just say, you know what, screw Strike, look in your comments, play Dark Bribe or something like that. Just make it work with decks, make your deck work with cards that people say are trash, prove them wrong. So we're gonna go over my Jank deck for the day, and this is I think 58 card Jank. I like it a lot. It's really good. It's really consistent too. It's fun. It's fast paced, and it does a lot considering that this is Jank format. Our format's different from yours. Jank format's amazing. 2 Orbital Hydrolander, 2 Archfiend Emperor, the First Lord of Horror. We play 2 Grapha, the Dragon Lord of the Dark World. We play 1 Darkness Neosphere, 1 Dark Armed Dragon. I'll explain the monsters once I get finished. We'll play 2 Bearer Statue of the Abyss, 2 Snow Unlight, 2 Brow the Huntsman. We play 2 copies of Archfiend Eris, 2 copies of Trance Archfiend, 2 copies of Stygian Street Patrol, 2 copies of Fabled Raven, 2 copies of Scar Male Branch of the Burning Abyss. My Tour Sisters, where they at? There they are. There's my Tour Sisters. Of course, we're playing 2 Fiendish Rhino Warrior. And we play 1 Snipe Hunter. Snipe Hunter can destroy any card he wants. So he discards a card, not by cost, just discarding. So if it's a Dark World card, for example, Snow, it gets his effect because his effect is not a cost. And it's not hard once returned, so you discard a card, roll a die. If it's not 1 or 6, the card that you pick is destroyed. So he basically destroys any card on the field, and he lets you discard at the same time. So it's utility. It's a great Ties to the Brethren target, and he helps you to just play through established boards and just keep pushing. This guy by himself, if you don't answer to him, he can destroy all your cards if you have the cards in hand to do so. For example, if your opponent has 3 boss monsters that all can be destroyed, he can destroy all 3 of them by himself because his effect is not a once per turn. It says you can discard a card, roll the die, destroy. You can, and not once per turn. He's amazing. People are sleeping on this card. This card, if people saw the potential in him, he'd be at least a side deck staple because he just breaks boards by himself. 2 copies of Fiendish Rhino Warrior. This guy, I look at him and Tour Bus as my extenders for Orbital Hydrolander to either fix your grave to have the right names, to have 5 different names, or to load your grave to have 5 different names. In addition to these having great effects all by themselves, and they have dual utility because they do more than just fix your Hydrolander plays. They actually trigger different combos. Load your grave to be able to activate, for example, Creeping Darkness, he can send Scarm, he can send Archfiend Eris, he can send the Grapha, and then you can normal summon bounce special Grapha. He can send her. He's just really strong. He has so much utility in the deck, and he says all your fiends can't be destroyed, I believe, by what is it, by battle or card effects. So also, having him on field when you normal summon your Archfiend for Emperor First Lord of Horror, his effect would destroy himself during the end phase, but because he's on the field, you basically get to normal summon this level 8 and keep him on the field, and he's a boss monster because he can destroy cards. It's pretty amazing. This deck, I like it. It's really homemade, it's fresh, innovative, and it's really strong. I like it. So you play the Tour Sisters, the Rhino Warrior. Tour Guide is self-explanatory. If you don't know what she does, you definitely need to be educated. 2 Scarm to search basically the Tour Sisters, to search Eris, to search Brow. She has a lot of utility as well. You just really need to either mill her or discard her, or you could just normal her and pop her because you're going to bring out a monster that's not a BA. She just helps you to deck in, and she extends your plays to make the Tour Guide play, which is Tour Guide's one of the best plays of this deck. And because Ash, Blossom, and Joyous Spring is banned in this format, you have to play Effect Veiler. So be on the lookout for that. 2 Fabled Ravens, he opens up the door for me to be able to synchro summon, and he also triggers a lot of effects, so he's great for so many different reasons. 2 Stygian Street Patrol, he's my extender. You open up with a lot of monsters in hand sometimes, and though you can turbo stuff out, he helps you to bring out barrier statue so you don't normal. He also helps you to make rank 4s and to make synchro plays with Raven. He's just really clutch for the utility that he provides. 2 Trance. He's great for Ties of the Brethren. He triggers effects by discarding, and it's not a cost. And if he's destroyed, you add any dark monster from your banished zone to your hand. So he's incredibly strong. 2 Archfiend Heiress. She searches for any Archfiend card. If she's sent to the graveyard by card effect, and also she has a great ruling where if she's detached as an XYZ material, she still gets her effect. Look her up. She's incredible. 2 Brow and 2 Snow. Dark Worlds are so old, I feel like I should not have to explain these 6 cards. I play them. They have great synergy with this deck, and if you watch the duel against my my homeboy Marco, you'll actually see how this deck works. This is to lock everybody out. In the Jank format, not very many decks special summon darks. We're in Jank format. We're not in your format, so we're not worried about spirals and all that. Darkness Neosphere is a great battle hand trap. She's at 4,000, can be destroyed by battle. I like her because you can sack her in the battle phase and discard the Grapha, and her effect is not a cost, so you'll pop a card and summon her at the same time, which is really nice. It's just ways that you can play through boards. Dark Arm is just insane. He's a savage. He really deserves to be back at 3. And then we play the Archfiend Emperor. He's just incredible. Orbital Hybelander is honestly the boss monster of the deck, but next to him, it definitely would be Emperor because he's just the onslaught, man. He's just insane. That sums up the monster count. It's very spicy. For spells, we play 3 Gates, 1 Archfiend Palabyrinth for the combo. When you normal him, banish, and then special summon the second one. It's incredible. It helps you to break boards. And then the Gate also acts as utility for your Orbital Hygelander to banish cards that have the same name. If you have, for example, 2 Archfiend Heiress, banish 1, and then now you have 5 different names to summon Orbital and to activate his effect. So this has great versatility in the deck. It triggers a lot of combos and it deck thins, and it's not a hard once per turn. We play 2 Optimus Prime. I want to play 3. I'm actually going to play 3. I'm just going to bump it. 3 Pot of Desires because it's the sauce. 3 Allure. Everything's dark, dude. 3 Dark World Dealings because you're trying to dig through your deck as fast as possible. In tandem with that, 3 Trade-In. Orbital's a 8. Emperor's a 8. And also Grapha's a 8. This is a cost, so it doesn't trigger Grapha, but it's still powerful to just draw. 3 Drag Down. It's great in the Jank format, so you know what you're playing. And 3 Ties to bring out Barrier Statue or to just go ham on spamming. It guarantees for you to at least be able to make a rank 4 or a rank 3 next turn. 2 Creeping Darkness. 2 banish cards from my grave, which helps with the Orbital, and it searches for any dark level 4, and it's not hard once per turn. You could play 3, but you never want to break 1 Grass and 1 Foolish Burial Good. Just Foolish Burial, not Foolish Burial Goods. You play the Grass even though the deck is not 100% 60 cards. It's like 58. I'm still debating what cards I want to add in because this is my 60 card Jank, and we don't play Lightsworns or Infernoids or you play 2 Skarns, but you're not playing ways to mill from your deck's grave. Instead, you play a lot of draw power to just thin your deck and just dig, discarding Fiends, loading your grave that way for Orbital. So it's a different way to do it, and I like it because it's spicy. Jank in Dragon, Jank Red Dragon Archfiend, the Fabled Valk Jank, Yazi, and Armades for your synchros. Then Crazy Box because he's Jank, Mastroke because he's amazing, and then the rank 4s everybody knows about. But these 2 are Jank. They need to be played, and they're not played. I don't know why. We'll bring them back. 2 Dante, Fortune Tune, Breaksword, and Zen Mains because he's freaking Jank. 2 Dante because you make them a lot, so you just do the loop, add them back. I like this deck a lot. I actually am going to be working on this. This is going to be my Jank. I feel like I'm going to top the Jank format with this and win the Jank tournament, and this will probably be my Jank forever. God bless you guys. Make good choices. Make some Jank. Y'all be safe. You'll be hearing from me soon.